Hey guys, I'm Clint Flairwoo. Welcome back to another Division 2 build video, and today this is a subscriber shout out to the very awesome The Angry Gamer, who has asked for an AR build heavily focused on damage to elites, and boy, you have one here right now. Okay guys, let's take a look at this. This is my 100% damage to elite build for PvE. You're talking missions, challenging missions. You're talking DZ, you're talking clearing landmarks. This is something I have used and it absolutely shreds NPCs. It does a fantastic job. Now, can you use this in the raid? That's the big question. Now, unfortunately, I haven't done the raid. I have not attempted it yet. However, given how the build is set out, it should fare very well in the raid because of the amount of damage to elite and weapon damage on the build. With that being said, let's take a look. We'll start with the gear. The Richter and Kaiser GmbH mask is hazard protection as the brand set bonus. Critical hit chance, which needs to be modified again to 9%, which I can get that. So that'll be my next job on this build. Damage to elites 35%. Hard hitting talent, which gives me another 10% damage to elites. That's 45% just on this mask. Really good. That's what you want to aim for on the mask. The chest piece is the Gila Guard brand set with 5% total armor. The major attributes are armor and health, a nice fat smidgen of. Weapon damage as well, 9%, and the talents hard hitting. In terms of the protocol defensive slot, we're looking health, armor regen, and armor on kill. Armor, 3% total armor, and the offensive mod slot, 1.5% weapon damage, 3% assault rifle damage, and 3% rifle damage. Now, in terms of the holster, it is the Fenris Group AB holster, which gives me assault rifle damage of 10% and protection from elites of also 10%. The attributes, critic chance 9.5% and cooldown reduction of 7%. You can have them as whatever you wish, whether you go for raw damage or more armor. This is the best one I have rolled with hard hitting on, which is integral to the build. Now the knee pads, again, second piece of the Fenris Group AB set. So again, it's assault rifle damage and protection from elites. The major attribute is armor. The talents, hard hitting, again, damage to elites, get it everywhere on the build. Patience, after being in cover for 5 seconds. Armor repairs by 5% every second. Very, very good. If you've been flanked or if you're in a really tricky scenario, then this is a really good OP talent to have that just continuously repairs your armor. And as well as having the drone healing you and the chem launcher as well healing you, this is a very, very good talent in my opinion. And the gloves, it's the Murakami Industries brand set that gives me 8% health, 6,356 health, and a little bit of skill power as well. Damage to elites via hard hitting, again, it's integral to every slot is damage to elites. And finally, the backpack is the 511 tactical, which gives me 5% protection from elites, 4% weapon damage, 18,000 health, and 8,000 armor. Talents hard hitting and insulated gives me 10% hazard protection. Now, the defensive system mod slot is armor, explosive resistance, and 2% protection from elites. Now, if you stop right there, this is 2% protection from elites. I've got 5% from the 511 tactical brand set. I get 10% from the Fenris Group AB set, so that's 10, 5, 17. And I'm rolling with the survivalist specialization, which gives me 15%, so that's 32% in total. Really good, handy to have on the build, especially doing harder, challenging content. You're going to get that 32% protection from elites, and you are hitting 100% damage to elites, which we'll show you very soon in the stat screen. Weapon of choice, the military P416, which a lot of people will say this is the best assault rifle in the game. A great handy little weapon. Ranger, every 5 meters you are from the target grants plus 2% weapon damage. This is awesome. Awesome for PvE, really, really is. It's good for PvP, don't get me wrong. Perhaps I'd probably go Optimist, but Ranger for PvE is fantastic, and it's really good on rifles as well, really strong. Extra, plus 20% magazine capacity and recharge. While equipped, skills deployed at full armor have plus 25% duration, charges, and ammo. That little middle one, extra, that is something of for me to go to talent to have in the middle. That's because I'm going to get 8, 9 extra bullets in the mag. That means more damage for me. So that's a personal preference in my opinion. Secondary is the military M60E4 light machine gun. Yeah, it's 24.7k base damage. You can get this higher. Do not get me wrong. However, I'm not expecting to any LMG damage whatsoever on the build. It's all about the assault rifle. That's how the build is set around. However, if you need to switch to this, you will hit like a truck. You really will. Unhinged. Main talent, receive plus 20% weapon damage at the cost of minus 25% weapon handling. You will notice that when you use the build. You will see how unstable the weapon is. But once you get it sorted, once you get it as accurate as you can, you will wreck. Extra, again, extra 20 in the mag, and double duty while holstered. Reloading from empty gives you a 20% of your magazine back as free ammo. Can occur once every 30 seconds. So for your primary weapon, you will get an extra 8 bullets every 30 seconds. Doesn't sound like a lot, but it does add up, especially when this game it just rinses you of ammo. So yeah, this is really handy. In terms of mods, we'll go through the military P416 mod shortly, but the military E60 is accuracy, reload speed, accuracy, and stability. On the military, I didn't go through this, but they are accuracy, rounds, stability, and damage to elites. Okay, skills, short and sweet with these. Chem launcher, yeah, it is what it is. I don't really use this. Chem launcher skill power and duration on this one. And the drone, it's cooldown reduction and armor repair and duration, but my skill power is trash at 139, so I don't have anything available to use on these. It is what it is. Okay, let's take a look at the stats. As you can see, hard hitting is everywhere on the gear. A little bit of insulated and patience as well. There are your weapon talents, and now we'll go through the nitty gritty of the bait down stats on the build. So weapon damage 15702, critic chance of 12.5%, critic damage 25%, headshot damage 55%, a range of 26 meters, 2.2 seconds reload time, a little bit of accuracy, a little bit of stability, which also helps on the build. Defensive stats now 14.5% all weapons damage. This can be higher, as well as this assault rifle damage 28%. This can be higher. Don't get me wrong, if you get it min-max this build, you are laughing all the way to the bank. 15% shotgun damage, which is part of the survival specialization, same as pistol. A little bit of rifle damage, and there you go, 100% damage to elites. You'll wreck yellow bar NPCs, you will absolutely rinse them. When you come past the mob, you will rinse them very easily with this build. Even with your military M60, you will wreck them, so it is great. The defensive stats, armor, on regen max health, 20% hazard protection. Again, he's quite handy on the build. Again, it's not about skill power whatsoever is this build. Don't worry about that at all. It's all about absolutely shredding elite bar NPCs. That's the build. I thought I'd quickly show you how this build works in terms of damage. Let's just switch this to elite enemies. Firstly, we'll just have a look at the veteran enemies. As you can see, yeah, it does okay. It does decent damage on a veteran enemy, but let's have a look at an elite enemy. Okay, let's do this. You see, it absolutely shreds. Headshots are 64,000. Further on away, as you can see, just next to the weapon, you'll see 10 meters, and that means I get an extra 4% weapon damage. Let's just switch back. Let's just go back to not a named enemy. Let's just say, let's go to veteran. And you can see the difference again. You're looking base on this weapon from 10 meters, about 43,000. You can see it's at a max around about 25,000. A max. On average about, again per hit about 16. Look. Yeah, 16. I get a 33 maybe. 26 crit. I'm 5 meters away. Headshots is 32. Now let's just switch back to elite. Headshots 32, remember? Headshot, last headshot 64. 64! So it's double. Elite enemies will be shredded with this build. It is that good. It's really that good. Guys, hope you enjoyed the video. This is dedicated to the angry gamer. I hope you enjoyed it, fella. Hopefully this puts you in the right direction of where you need to go. Fingers crossed. And if you've enjoyed the video, drop a like. If you want to see more Division 2 content, smash that sub button. And guys, I will see you in the next one. Take it easy.